Alex Hormozi has become one of the biggest creators in the business niche on YouTube, going from 0 to 2 million subs in just 4 years. But what is it that makes his videos go viral over and over again? I spent the past 6 months watching all of Alex Hormozi's content, long form and short form, to figure out what he's doing differently. And turns out, he cracked the YouTube algorithm. In this video, I'm going to review how Alex Hormozi makes $100 million a year from YouTube so you can steal it and build your own empire. Today, Alex's long form videos average a whopping 300,000 views a video. But his success on YouTube didn't come by accident. In fact, Hormozi had to completely change his approach to making videos after getting advice from the #1 YouTuber in the world. Initially, Hormozi believed that he should only focus on making the best content possible and not worry about packaging. And if he made the best content for long enough, people would just naturally find it. No need to do any cringe, shock-faced, dramatic thumbnails. He thought he was above that because he was making educational content. So he made videos look like this and this, which didn't look interesting enough to click on. But behind those ugly thumbnails, his content was actually gold. He was missing out on thousands of clicks because he didn't want to play the YouTube game like it was meant to be played. But after talking to Mr. Beast, the biggest YouTuber in the world, Mr. Beast said something that will completely change the way that Alex approached YouTube.
So I was having a conversation with Mr. Beast, and I was like, we're not trying to make, clickbait videos. We're gonna make stuff that people feel is, really high quality, etc. And he looked at me, and he just looked at like I had 4 heads, and he was like, you absolutely make clickbait videos. He's like, you just need to make the clickbait true.
It was only then that Hormozi realized that clickbait is actually a good thing, if and only if you can prove the clickbait to be true. In marketing, in order to get the most sales, you have to make a huge claim about what your product can do for your customer, and then over-deliver on that promise so that your customers will keep buying from you. And the same goes with YouTube. A clickbait title and thumbnail is the big, irresistible promise. But the key is, you have to deliver on that promise in the content itself. If you do, not only will your viewers not be disappointed, they will love you for it. For example, Hormozi's most viewed video, How to Get So Rich You Question the Meaning of Making Money, is a massive claim in itself. But when you click on the video, he shows you step by step the mindset shifts you have to make, the skills you have to pick up, and how you can progress from one revenue level to another, all in a 15-minute video. He's proven the clickbait true and over-delivered on it. The viewer doesn't feel tricked, and after watching the whole thing, they love Hormozi even more. Since adopting this make the clickbait true philosophy, Hormozi's YouTube channel has exploded in popularity. His titles and thumbnails grab attention with their boldness, and his content is better than ever. This has built immense credibility and trust with his audience, who know that Hormozi isn't going to bait and switch them. This clickbait strategy also means that his titles and thumbnails don't just appeal to his current audience, but are also optimized for clicks from people who don't know him at all. He uses broad and bold titles to appeal to basic human desires. When you see the titles, How to Win at Anything, or Watch This If You're Tired of Being Broke on your homepage, you have to click to find out, regardless if you know who Hormozi is or not. Compare this to an old video title like the #1 mistake I'm seeing gyms make right now. That title might be highly relevant to gym owners, but it's not going to pull in clicks from the vast majority of YouTube users who probably don't even run a gym. Hormozi understands to reach a wide audience, his titles and thumbnails need to speak to near universal wants and needs. He's not just trying to appeal to entrepreneurs and business owners, he's trying to draw in anyone who wants to be more successful, more productive, and more fulfilled. But Hormozi's broad appeal isn't just about his titles. It's also about how he frames his content. No matter how business specific the video, Hormozi always tries to tie those business principles back to lessons about mindset, habits, and productivity. He makes business insights feel relevant to all areas of life. But there's a risk here. Make your content too generic and you risk losing credibility with your existing audience. But if you make it too niche, you limit your reach. This is a delicate balance, and Hormozi has managed to find the sweet spot. He delivers highly tactical, business-focused content, but he always connects it with high-level themes that resonate with his audience. For example, in this video, How to Get Ahead of 99% of People, when you click on it, you think that he only talks about ways that you can possibly grow a business. But he goes broad, talking about how to acquire skills if you have none, his story of quitting a job, and the 4 different types of leverage that you can build if you want to grow a big business. The content can be enjoyed by first-time entrepreneurs and by 10-year veterans, and therefore, no surprise that the video hit 1 million views. Clickbait aside, there's another aspect to Hormozi's YouTube strategy that exploded his growth. Most of the biggest YouTubers like Mr. Beast post 1 to 2 videos a month at most. They spend all of their time making each video as epic as possible. But Hormozi does the complete opposite. He posts more videos in a week than most YouTubers post in a whole year, and this strategy has been critical to his $100 million success. Alex takes a volume-first approach to content, pumping out a staggering amount of videos every week. Hormozi posts 50 YouTube shorts per week and 2 long-form videos a month on his main channel alone, and doubles that output on his second channel, Mozi Media. When you add his wife's Layla's content in, that's an unbelievable amount of content. To put it in perspective, Mr. Beast, the #1 YouTuber in the world, only posted 30 long-form and short-form videos combined in 2023. Hormozi does that in under 2 days. While Mr. Beast and other creators meticulously craft each video for maximum virality, Hormozi opts to overwhelm the algorithm with his content. The result is that Hormozi dominates the real estate in his niche. If you're subscribed to his channel, your subscribe feed is just filled with his shorts. Like literally, every time you open YouTube, Hormozi has a new video for you to consume. This approach has allowed Hormozi to quickly test different styles, topics, and formats to see which ones resonate with his audience. He can double down on the winners and ditch the losers. The average YouTuber has to spend weeks making a single YouTube video, and if it flops, it's a huge sunk cost. But Hormozi's system is to get out content fast, collect data, and iterate from there. His volume-first approach acts as a rapid learning machine. He's able to stay tapped into what his audience wants and give them more of it. Of course, flooding the internet with content only works if you can maintain a high quality. But as Hormozi says,
I would rather have quality over quantity, but quantity beats just quality. I would personally prefer to have better stuff and give away as many secrets as I possibly can to get people to start taking steps towards you.
And Hormozi is only able to keep up with this quality and quantity because he spends a staggering $180,000 every single month on content alone. With all the data he gets on his best performers, he doubles down on them. 7 months ago, Hormozi posted this video, which ended up being his best performer at 3.3 million views. 2 months later, he posted this. See any similarities? And he does it time and time again. And then, when he saw this title performing well on Layla's channel, he remixed it into a whole new video of its own. And he made this, which went on to get millions of views. Hormozi identifies outliers and spins them to make the idea completely unique. This outlier strategy is used by some of your favorite YouTube creators to come up with video ideas that can get millions of views. And Hormozi uses it time and time again. But his YouTube empire wasn't built off the volume of videos that he's posting. It's also due to his genius approach to branding. Let me ask you this. When you think of Hormozi, what do you think of? Is it that he's jacked? Is it that he's written 2 best-selling books? Or is it that he wears a tank top wherever he goes? Well, the answer is you can't exactly box him into one thing. His brand is multi-dimensional. He started off as the gym launch guy, and then he transitioned into the guy who wrote $100 million offers, and now he's making more content about relationship and marriage. His brand isn't tied to a single niche. It's tied to him as a person. Hormozi himself is the niche. And this goes everything we're told as creators. The conventional wisdom is to pick one niche, personal finance, Minecraft, makeup videos, and own that space. But Hormozi has flipped the script. He's built a brand around his personality, experiences, and areas of expertise. As a result, Hormozi has the freedom to make videos on a wide range of topics that interest him and resonate with his audience. And his audience can resonate with different parts of his story. In the same month, he can post a video titled If I Was Single and Starting Over Again, and another for the fitness bros titled The Alex Hormozi Cookbook Review. And his audience loves him for it. Hormozi's brand works because he shares his life lessons authentically and builds an audience of people who resonate with that. His audience tunes in not to just learn about business, but to learn about life through the lens of Alex Hormozi himself. This approach future-proofs Hormozi's brand. He's not pigeonholed into being the business guy. If his interests change over time, so can his content. And this allows him to reach a broader audience who might be interested in different aspects of his stories and expertise. But most importantly, building a brand around himself gives Hormozi's content a level of realness that you don't really see in other YouTubers. His audience connects with him as a person, not just an expert. Of course, being the niche himself only works because Hormozi is genuinely a fascinating, likable, and knowledgeable guy. Not everyone can pull it off, but for Hormozi, it's been a huge key for him growing a 7-figure audience in under 4 years. So his brand is cool and all, and it's nice that he's posting 50 shorts a week. But how does he actually make $100 million a year from YouTube? Most YouTubers, even the biggest ones, use their own channel to directly make money. They run ads, promote products, sell their own courses and services. Yet, none of them are making anything near what Hormozi does. So clearly, he has some secret strategy. Hormozi's stated goal of his YouTube channel is to make real business education available to everyone. In fact, he's made it a mission to never directly monetize his YouTube channel. On the surface, this seems counterintuitive. Is it possible to make $100 million a year without selling anything? The answer lies in Hormozi's main business, acquisition.com, a private equity firm that acquires and scales businesses doing $3 million a year or more. Hormozi doesn't sell products. Instead, he partners with businesses. Rather than using YouTube to drive direct sales, Hormozi uses it as a way to attract partners for his portfolio of companies under the umbrella of acquisition.com. Last year, Hormozi revealed that he gets 400 inbound deal flow per month through YouTube alone. These are business owners reaching out to Hormozi, wanting him to invest or acquire their company because they watched his YouTube videos and liked him. In other words, Hormozi's YouTube channel acts as a massive lead generation machine for his private equity firm. And because Hormozi is highly selective about which businesses he works with, he only chooses a handful of companies to work with where he knows he can drive massive growth with his team's expertise. Then he deploys his capital and operational playbook to scale those businesses to the moon. With the small number of companies he personally works with, Hormozi can maintain a high success rate. He doesn't have to sell a course or gamble on his audience getting results with it. This way, Hormozi never risks damaging his credibility or trust with his audience. He's not just seen as another guru selling a course. His content is pure value, no strings attached. This ties back to Hormozi's philosophy of brand building. In his view, selling a digital product is short-term thinking. It might generate some quick cash, but it can come at the expense of a brand's long-term reputation and trust. One bad product launch can kill your brand. Instead, Hormozi plays the long game. He gives away his best insights for free, knowing that it will attract the right business opportunities in the long run. run. His ideal partners, which are companies doing more than $3 million per year in revenue, want to work with him because he positions himself as a trusted friend, while those doing less than $3 million per year in revenue can use his free content to grow their own companies, which can one day become partners with acquisition.com. Hormozi is simultaneously nurturing his audience of up-and-coming entrepreneurs while also attracting his ideal private equity clients. That is the power of his YouTube content. And yes, this approach does require patience and discipline, but this is the only way to guarantee that his brand stays around for a long time. He's not looking to hit a home run with a product launch and make $40 million with it. Hormozi wants to play the 10 to 20 year game with his content, and building trust with his videos and monetizing with acquisition.com is the only way for him to ensure brand longevity. And that is how Alex Hormozi makes $100 million a year from YouTube. Now that you know Alex Hormozi's full YouTube strategy, to make $100 million like him, you have to actually, make better YouTube videos. Click on this video over here to learn how to make a killer YouTube video. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.